Unlike his predecessor, Mr. Trump does not allow his staff photographer to capture photographs of life and work inside the White House.
Laura, I know that you've produced a number of projects before, including the best TV show of all time, Enlightened, but I think this is the first feature documentary, I believe, that you've produced, and I wondered, what is it about Pete's story that interested you?
Well, along with Jamie Lemons and Evan Hayes, who were the ones that tracked Pete down and begged until he said yes. We were all so in love with Pete's, not only his work and his archiving our history for us, but how he was able, with two presidents from different parties, to archive a respect for the office, what leadership can look like, and what empathy looks like on a human face as they connect with their fellow Americans and don't just play boss. That is so deeply embedded in his images for us forever. And we wanted that story to be told and shared more and more beyond the images themselves, and Pete's extraordinary work to be archived in documentary form, along with our amazing director, Don Porter, to do just that. And particularly as we're considering our luxurious opportunity to use our voice as voters.
Mm-hmm. Certainly. So, Pete, how did it feel then to know that someone wanted to turn the camera on you? Was there hesitance?
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, sure. There was hesitance just because, I sort of like my anonymity. And I knew I would be giving up a lot of that. But at the same time, if it furthered the message of what I've been trying to speak out about on Instagram and in my book, I thought it would be worthwhile giving up my anonymity to get this story out there.
Hopefully this is fair to say. I think that you didn't necessarily see yourself as an entirely political person initially, but obviously your time with Obama has changed that. Obviously what we're going through now has certainly changed that. Was that like a gradual realization? Was that something that kind of just clicked and you realized that you were in this position and could use it in a certain way? Or did it have to be told to you, expressed to you that like, you're here and you have this?
I mean, I kind of started speaking out on Instagram almost right away. I just didn't know that it would catch on to the extent that it did, and I can understand why people think it's political, but really it's citizenry. I'm just a citizen like anybody else. I have a unique perspective in that I served inside two, presidencies. But like I've said before, I would not be doing this if, Mitt Romney or John McCain or Jeb Bush or somebody like that had become president, because I still may disagree with them, but they're competent people. They have empathy and compassion, and this is not like I'm doing this because Donald Trump is a Republican. It's because he's an incompetent, reality TV show person. He's not really the kind of leader we want to help solve the problems of this country.
And I mean, I think it's maybe no accident that this is going to be available to watch, this fall of all falls. And I know to the point that the team was even working through some quarantine to get this wrapped in time. Could you talk a little bit about the thinking behind wanting to have it available now? Maybe Laura, you've got some feelings.
I think it's obvious probably to all of us. Again, despite our point of view, I loved Pete saying it's citizenry, that we have an opportunity to protect what we want leadership to look like on our behalf, amidst the deepest crisis imaginable, amidst a climate change crisis that is at its height, where the next 4 years will be the decider for whether or not this planet makes it, truly. And we have no option. We must have protection by having someone that we would want guiding our families, our individual selves, at the hardest of times. And as Pete has spoken to beautifully, that takes incredible compassion and empathy that he's seen regardless of politics. And so I'm grateful that the entire team, Don Porter at the helm and Focus, worked so hard to make sure that Americans have the opportunity to be reminded through Pete's work what American leadership can and has looked like.
Yeah. Now, I'm almost out of time, but I did want to shift gears completely and ask Laura if you were aware of the TikTok challenge, the Laura Dern sitting challenge. Have you seen that?
I mean, let me just say, my daughter brought it up to me, but I'm glad you brought it up because I have not seen it, but I do hope that Pete does it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it.
I just want Pete Souza to do it, and then I'm happy.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Well, if you've seen Jurassic Park, you know that no one sits quite like Dr. Ellie Sattler. And
do I have to stick my hand up some dinosaur dung? Like that?
Yes. It will probably also involve dinosaur poop. But right. I know he can do it.
The presidency is a serious job. And I was going to do everything I could to make sure people didn't forget that.
Do you have a picture for every single thing that Donald Trump has lied about with Barack Obama?
Pretty much.